The song was written with the help of Rita Kelly and Paul Smith. It's simply called 25 Northumberland Road. There were 17 in all, 17 so tall. They day to show the way how Irish men can fight. There were 17 in all, 17 so tall. They day to show the way how Irish men can fight. I think we speak of history and the things they had to hold. The stories not often told of them for Cumberland Road. Alone on their race, hot on that day. Along with 15 of the men, they keep the Prince of May. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall. Took the day to show the way how Irish men can fight. 17 in all, 17 stood tall. The place of Irish freedom, they hear the nation's call. Share of networks out, they told them to stop at the 25. 70 men that stood the ground, and freedom was their prize. Share of men, they hit the ground, and found no cover there. For 9 long hours of battle wore on to afflict the minds of men. 17 in all, 17 stood tall. Took the day to show the way how Irish men can fight. 17 in all, 17 stood tall. The place of Irish freedom, they hear the nation's call. Along came down the stairs, a flame in his hand. The last that they in the hall, his face is right to the town. And he said, now we hardly speak of their great young men fought. They gave everything they had to give, so well it might not be lost. 17 in all, 17 stood tall. The place of Irish freedom, they heard their nation's call. 17 in all, 17 stood tall. The place of Irish freedom, they heard their nation's call. 17 in all, 17 stood tall. Took the day to show the way how Irish men can fight. 17 in all, 17 stood tall. The place of Irish freedom, they heard their nation's call. Oh! Thank you very much. There's a wee tune called The Teetotaler, which is kind of apt because most of the men who were involved in the rising, the leaders of, were teetotal. So they wouldn't talk in boozers, you know. Anyway, at the same time, there was a guy called John Redmond, who was the leader of the Irish Parliamentary Party, who took over from Parnell. And he split the Irish Volunteers in November, September of 1914. And they went off and fought in the Western Front. They went away as heroes and came back as traitors. That's another story. That's another show for another day. This one is about one of the soldiers who went away and couldn't believe what was happening at home. It's called A Soldier's Return.
Okay, if anybody knows this, you're welcome to join in the chorus. Remember the day, it stands clear in my mind. We stood down by the Leary to wave you goodbye. Your ma was quietly weeping, there was a tear in my eye. And we sent you to Gallipoli to die. You looked so young as you stood there, a glint in your eye, and you sang rebel songs as the streamers flew high. Your ma turned away and I heard her sigh. But you're sailing to Gallipoli to die. You were all that we had, your mommy and me. When you marched head erect, you were as proud as could be. And it killed your poor man, it's slowly killing me. When you were blown to kingdom come on the shores of Gallipoli. We only got the one letter and we knew straight away. It said deepest regrets, your son was bold and he was brave. You were only 18 when your mommy and I let you go to Gallipoli to die. You were all that we had, your mommy and me. When you marched head erect, you were as proud as could be. And it killed your poor man, it's slowly killing me. When you were blown to kingdom come on the shores of Gallipoli. You fought for the wrong country, you died for the wrong cause, and your ma often said it was Ireland's great loss. All those fine young men who marched to foreign shores to fight the war, when the greatest war of all was at home. You were all that we had, your mommy and me. When you marched head erect, you were as proud as could be. And it killed your poor man, it's slowly killing me. When you were blown to kingdom come on the shores of Gallipoli. You were all that we had, your mommy and me. When you marched head erect, you were as proud as could be. And it killed your poor man, it's slowly killing me. When you were blown to kingdom come on the shores of Gallipoli. Thank you.
I see his blood upon the rose, and in the stars the glory of his eyes. Joseph Mary Plunkett was a poet, a UCD man, a Dubliner. He was also a sufferer of glandular tuberculosis. He was so ill with glandular tuberculosis that the night before the rising, he was in hospital. He was engaged to Grace Gifford, sister of Muriel Gifford and Nellie Gifford, who fought alongside Cumann na Man during the rising. Grace and Joseph Mary Plunkett were due to be married on Monday, the 24th of April. Now, anyone here who's been paying attention will know that that was during the rising. But Joseph Mary Plunkett had been sworn to secrecy by the IRB, and he couldn't say a word to Grace about their plans to rise. The night before the rising, he sat down and wrote his last will and testament, leaving everything to Grace, knowing he may never see her again and that she expected him to marry her. After the surrender, he was taken to Kilmainham jail, weak and sick with tuberculosis. He had been bandaged and ill during the rising, but he had still managed to fight. Grace was taken to him before his execution on the 4th of May, and they were married, overlooked by 20 soldiers carrying bayonets. They would meet again only once for a brief 10-minute visit before he was taken out, barely able to stand, and executed by firing squad.
As we gathered in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few weeks. Or will they say we failed? From our school days, they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Now all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Let's hear it, everybody. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They take me out and gone, I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to try to understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this great land. But when Padre called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. Let's hear it. They take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn, as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. And I'll write some words upon the wall, so everyone will know how much that I would love to see his blood upon the road. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They take me out at dawn, and I will die. Behold, my love, I placed this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Oh, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
At first glance, James Connolly was not the type of man you would have expected to be involved with the movement for Irish freedom. For one thing, he wasn't even Irish. For another thing, he had been in the British Army. But if you look a little closer, you'll see that in fact, although he was from Scotland, he was from a part of Edinburgh known as Little Ireland. And it was during his time in the British Army, which he joined when he was only 14, that he realized his hatred of landlords and his love of Ireland and of freedom. James Connolly had become a socialist. It was during the 1913 lockout that James Connolly, who had founded the Irish Socialist Party, came back and started the Irish Citizen Army, the ICA. He had done so because during the lockouts, an army was needed to protect those who were striking, but the army continued afterwards, and now it was part of the rising. Connolly was second in command behind Padraig Pearse, and he was fervent, determined to begin this Irish Republic. Connolly was stationed alongside Pearse the whole time in GPO, and he even took himself out, aiming the gun and fighting on the front line. It was here that he received a leg wound, a shot to his leg, which left him unable to walk. As the GPO was crumbling around them and they made their way for Moore Street, Connolly had to be carried along. By the time he was taken to Kilmainham jail, he could barely stand. And on the 12th of May, when Connolly was executed by firing squad, he was seated in a chair as he was unable to stand and wait for the bullets to come.
The song is a wee song about James Connolly. It's called The Worker's Hero. And they sang.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it's come to that time of the night where... Oh, sorry, Afric. Jesus, go ahead. You walk away there. Sorry. Taking your job here. Taking your job. You're not getting paid now.
We said you were getting paid anyway.
Padraig Pearse, of course, was the leader of those who were involved in the 1916 Rising. He had been declared the president of the newly formed Irish Republic. He was a man who loved Irish culture and history. He had founded the Irish newspaper on Clive Sullis and St. Enda's College, where he hoped to educate boys in the history of Ireland and its great traditions. During the Rising, he was stationed at the GPO, and it was only when they fled the building, as it could no longer hold itself up, that he saw the true devastation of the Rising. As they left through a side door to make their way down Moore Street, Pearse saw for the first time the crumbling buildings of Sackville Street, known as O'Connell Street to those who were loyal to the Irish Republic. He saw the buildings gone, burnt out, trams being used as barricades. He saw the GPO itself collapsing. The garrison in the GPO had been so certain that the British would not attack the GPO as it was its own property. And now they saw not only had they attacked it, but they had destroyed the main street of Dublin. Pearse could see that the loss of life during this rising had been great, that the cost for the Irish people had been huge. And as they made their way down to Moore Street, he made the decision to surrender. Now, the building was surrounded by British soldiers, and there was no way Pearse himself could have stepped out to read the surrender note. Instead, Elizabeth O'Farrell, a nurse and a member of Cumann na mBan, was asked to go out with a white flag and read the surrender note. But at first she refused. It was the idea in the proclamation that all men, women, children would be cherished equally that Elizabeth O'Farrell had been fighting for. And she didn't see why she, the women, should have to leave first. But once it was decided that she would go, as it was less likely that the British would shoot a woman, she went, bravely waving a white flag to deliver Pearse's surrender message. When the notice was given to General Brigadier William Lowe that Pearse had surrendered, he came down himself and demanded to see Pearse. And Pearse joined Elizabeth O'Farrell and surrendered. He was taken to Kilmainham jail, and before he was executed, he wrote a letter that he addressed to any British soldier who might read it. He said, "You cannot conquer Ireland. You cannot extinguish the Irish passion for freedom. If our deed has not been great enough to win it, then our children shall win it by a greater deed." Padraig Pearse was executed on the 3rd of May 1916, and he was buried in a shallow lime grave.
Here's a song about Padraig Pearse.
Thank
go, boys.
It is. It's that time of the night where we're going to depart from you. First of all, I'd like to introduce everyone to the group here. On the end there is Limo. I know half of you don't know him here, but there he is down the end there playing the guitar. And next to Liam is John playing the banjo. And we'd like to give a big, big thanks to Eamon the Barra for sitting in here with us tonight. And thanks very much, Eamon. Great stuff. And this is young Kieran here beside me, playing the fiddle. And I'd like to give a special big round of applause to Africa.
The one sitting in the corner there.
One out, Africa. Okay, we're going to finish off.
And don't forget Tommy here in the centre, Flag of Freedom. Lovely song. Let's hear it for Tommy.
I nearly forgot myself. Okay, we're going to sing the song. It's called The Nation once again. We want to hear you all join in on this.
Sheets.
And you all have the sheets there in front of you. I want to hear you all singing the song.
I want to dedicate this. I want to dedicate this to two young singers and musicians over there, Alison and Sean. And they're going to be nice people in the future. Okay. When boyhood fire was in my blood, I read of age and freedom, of peace and Rome, who bravely stood 300 men and freemen. And then I made my empire see how feather bread and twain, and Ireland alone a province be, and they shall once again, a nation once again, a nation once again, and Ireland alone a province be, and they shall once again. And from that time to wildest war, that hope has shone up our light. On world love dies, summer glow, outshine that solemn starlight. It seemed to watch above my head in foreign field and plain, and an angel's voice rang round my head, a nation once again, a nation once again, a nation once again, and Ireland long that promised me, a nation once again. So as I grew from boy to man, I met me to that meeting. I stood on the selfish plan and cruel passion ridden. For thus I hope someday to wake, oh can such hope be vain, when my dear nation shall be made a nation once again. Here we go. A nation once again, a nation once again, and Ireland long a promise be, a nation once. Let's hear ya. There we go. A nation once again, a nation once again, and Ireland long a promise be, a nation once again. Good night and thank you all very, very much.
May God bless you, then may God is God with you. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
Yo!
Thank you all very much.
Oh, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laeg.